right? And when I say showed you with 18, 19 prophets, which book? So say what? Quran. You will not say Quran. Why not? Because the book is the mentioned book. With the 19 prophets I showed you, it's written Al-Kitab, the book. So say Quran. Why can't you? When you say this is the book, that is this Al-Kitab is Quran, why not their Quran? What's the problem? The first I read a Quran and Kitab was there in one ayat. In the first verse, I read Quran and Kitab in one ayat. What I was trying to say, this Quran is the reading, is the confirmation of the book, the written one. The reading is confirming, and the detail of the book you come to know. The detail you are coming to know when I am reading the ayats. If it's written down and kept in the shelf, you will not come to know anything. When you read the detail of the book, you come to know. As you are coming to know now. You read in the Arabic, you must focus. When I read the Arabic, I am showing you in the Arabic, Al-Kitab, Al-Kitab, Al-Kitab. I am not changing anything. I am just reading as they are in the Arabic text. So you can confirm. Up till now we have come to know from these verses that Al-Kitab was given this Al-Kitab. The Ahlul Kitab, or the people of the book, will come later on, but we know for sure, the first Ahlul Kitab, people of the book, would be who? Prophets. The prophets were given this book, right? All these prophets I name, to these prophets, they are the first Ahlul Kitab. The book was given to them. How could you say the book was given to the Jews and the Christian? The book is given to the prophets by name. Musa Islam got the book, Isa Islam got the book, Ibrahim Islam got the book, Nuh Islam, I read it, Nuh Islam got the book. Every prophet that I read got the book. So they are the prophets. So family of the book, the first people, the messengers or the prophets are the first people who got the book. That's the first people. Now we will say how Allah explains that this book was about us also. So in the next page, Surah Al-Anbiya 21 and Ayah 10. لَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ كِتَابًا فِيهِ ذِكْرُكُمْ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Without doubt we have revealed to you a book. In it you are mentioned in it. Then do you not understand? Without doubt we have revealed to you, mankind, it is referring to mankind, we have revealed to you a book. And your remembrance, or you are mentioned in it. Your remembrance is in it. You are fihi dhikrukum, isme tumhara zikr hai. In Urdu, in fihi, in isme dhikrukum tumhara zikr hai. You are mentioned in it, or your remembrance is mentioned in it. Your remembrance is in it. So now if you look in the world, everyone has got the tendency to know about his past from somebody else. Can you tell me my past or my present, and what is about my future? By palmistry, by astrology, by astronomy. There are many factors. You want to know what is my past and what is my present, what is my future, and then you are very surprised that how this gentleman tells you. Is that not? So why not? Allah is saying, لَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ كِتَابًا. Without doubt we have revealed to you a book. فِيهِ ذِكْرُكُمْ. You are mentioned in it. So you find out from this book what is you are mentioned in it. Your past, your present, and your future. In this book. The true mentioning is your personality is described within the book. As your past tense is also mentioned, your present tense is also mentioned, your future is also mentioned. You have to find out. So now how Allah explains, I will not go in very big detail, just I would like to highlight that Allah mentions mankind in these titles. Like for example, Surah Al-Fajr, Surah number 89 and Ayah 27. Ya ayyatuhan nafs, O self, soul or psyche, is mentioned in the Quran one time. Allah addresses to the soul or to the self or to the psyche of the human being. It doesn't address to the body of a man. It addresses to your psyche. your soul, your nafsiyat, nafs. The word nafs is in the Urdu is nafsiyat. Arabic nafs means your psyche or your soul. Allah says, Ya yatuhan nafs. Oh self psyche. So Allah is addressing to the soul of a human being. The self of a person is mentioned. So you know that your psyche is mentioned. So if you read the ayahs, the description of you is mentioned. Further it says, Ya ayyuhan nas. He addresses you, the mankind. Is mentioned in 16 times. Meaning, Ya ayyuhan nas, suttaqu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum min nafs wahida. It mentions Ya ayyuhan nas. It says, and it gives you a message. O mankind. Allah is communicating to mankind direct. O mankind, Ya ayyuhan nas, Ya ayyuhatan nafs. O psyche, is addressing to you, talking to you directly. Ya ulil albab. O you who possess the core, those who know the essence of the spirit of the ayahs, mentioned 4 times in the book. So he says, O you ulil albab means, O you who possess the core, who thinks they've got the spirit of Allah, Allah is addressing to them. He's talking to you. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Surah Al-Baqara 2, ayah 104. Mention Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Number of times, I'm giving you one reference, meaning that these Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu is mentioned in the book 88 times. Why I'm trying to emphasize the time factor, number of times, is so much described is mentioned in the book. So if you are a believer, if you believe on the ayahs, is Allah addressing to you? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O you who believe, fasting is written over you as it was written over you before you, so that you guard yourselves. So now, oh, you believe what the message is? Fasting is prescribed to. So we fast. So we want to become believers. So there are many orders by mentioning Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, and it gives a message. So you hold to it. So you if you are following this or you're not following, that's your present and past. And your future also. If you're not following, what will happen to you? Fire. If you're following, what will happen to garden? So at this moment, at this very moment, when I will recite further ayahs describing human beings, you can analyze yourself today. Because everybody wants to know about the past and the present, the future. So you analyze where I am standing. What is the description of the ayahs when I read? You can analyze your own self. Where do you stand? It's describing you very clearly. So in the further ayahs, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, so many description, I'm just telling you how he describes to mankind. Ya bani Adam, O children of Adam. So it's mentioned in the book 4 times. Then it is Ya bani Israel, O children of Israel, mentioned 5 times in the book. And this is our topic, Ya Ahlal Kitab, O people of the book. This is the topic. So Ahlal Kitab, Allah is addressing to the people of the book. To the people of the book. If you note, when I read, as I was reading, there is only one addressee with the people of the book. The address is Ya ayyuhan nas, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, is describing that O you who believe. Then there are O you mankind, means there are believers. Then it says O mankind, is talking to all mankind of the world. Whatever the label they put on themselves is addressing to them. Then it says Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, then he refrains himself, Allah, to the believers who are practicing Islam. There is addressing only to the believers. Then when he says Ya Ahlal Kitab, O people of the book, then it is referring to the people of the family of the book, this book. Now we will read this in Surah Aal-e-Imran, and ayah 110, 113 and 114. I'll read the whole, then we'll discuss the analysis. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. And further 113, ليسوا سواء من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون يؤمنون بالله وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَيُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَأُولَٰئِكَ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. The translation is, you are a better nation that has been taken out for mankind. You can write down here, for mankind, I think it's misprint here. Got for mankind? You can write down by pencil. You are a better nation that has been taken out for mankind. You order with what is acknowledged and forbid about the disguised. And you believe with Allah. If the people of the book believed, definitely it is better for them. Among them are believers, and the majority of them are liberals. Now Allah is describing the mankind. Before I read, he was addressing the mankind in various, Ya Bani Adam, O children of Adam, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, Ya al-kitab, Ya Bani Israel. Here is describing the people. Now our zikr is mentioned, our mentioning is mentioned. That ayat I read in it is fihi dhikrukum, your zikr, our mentioning. What it says, you are the a better nation that has been taken out for mankind. So we know it is referring to the believers. Not all mankind not be a better, it is referring to the believers. You are a better nation that has taken out from mankind. And their behavior is described. You order what is acknowledged or known, and you forbid what is disguised, and you believe with Allah. And in the Arabic, if you look, it says وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ, and there you see the ta. And I've noticed mostly people will read this ayah and stop it here. People will not the whole ayat. Ayat is complete further, but they will stop here and say, "You kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat lil nas ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar," and they stop. Referring that you Muslims, or referring to you as believers, are the better people Allah has taken out for mankind. You order what is acknowledged, what is right or what is known. You acknowledge that. And you forbid about disguised, and you believe with Allah, and stop. And then he gives sermons whatever he wants to. Now if you read further, the catch is there. Who are the people of the book? The further if you see, وَلَوْ آمَنَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ وَلَوْ آمَنَا أَهْلُ الْكِتَابِ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. If the people of the book believed, definitely it is better for them. Minhumul mu'minun. Minhumul mu'minun means among them are believers. Wa aktharumul fasiqun, and the majority are the liberals. Majority of them are liberals. Fasiqun means liberals. So first of all, we understand from this ayat that among the people of the book, minhumul are mu'minun, are the believers. The people of the book, we are trying to understand who are the people of the book. Normally we know is the Jews and the Christians. But from here we come to know, وَلَوْ آمَنَا أَهْلُ الْكِتَابِ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. If the people of the book believe, it would have been better for them. Minhumul mu'minin, among the people of the book are believers. Wa aktharumul fasiqun, and the majority are fasik or liberals. The liberal means a person who takes the liberty or the freedom of the orders of Allah, the do's and don'ts. Like Allah says, establish the salah. You read an ayah, you come to know establish the salah. I take the liberty of not practicing it. I'm a liberal person. I know the Quranic ayahs, I understand the ayahs, but I take the liberty of not practicing it. I'm a liberal. That is why Allah said they are the fasik. The majority of the people of the book are fasik. So you have to describe, you have to find out your present and past and what's going on present. So it says there are minhumul mu'minun, among the people of the book are believers, and the majority are fasiks. Fasik means liberals. who take the liberty of not practicing the do's and the don'ts, the orders of Allah mentioned in the book. They don't practice. They know it, they come to know by the ayahs of the Quran, but they don't practice. So majority are liberals among the people of the book. And the minority are the believers. Believers among the people of the book. So first, these two groups have evolved from the ayat. Two groups. One are the believers, the other are the liberals. So first I will describe, or Allah describes in the ayahs about the believers of the people of the book, what are their behavior, and then we will see what the liberals' behavior is from the people of the book. The people of the book contains both people, liberals and believers. So first we will discuss the behavior of the believers among the people of the book. لَيْسُوا سَوَاءً مِنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ أُمَّةٌ قَائِمَةٌ يَتْلُونَ آيَاتِ اللَّهِ آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ وَهُمْ يَسْجُدُونَ. Not all of them are alike. From Al-Kitab, from Al-Kitab, the people of the book, is a nation that stands, recites the ayahs, the signs or the verses of Allah in portions of the night, and they prostrate. Now from the people of the book, Allah said, not everybody are equal or alike. They are varying. So there are two types of people. One is described in this ayah. There is a ummah or a nation that stands. The description of the people of the book who are believers. There is a nation that stands, recite the ayahs of Allah. Among the people of the book who are believers are reciting the ayahs of Allah in the portions of the night, and they prostrate. Who are these people? Are these Jews and Christians? Who are these? Believers. They recite the ayahs of Allah, people of the book. Among minumul mu'minun, remember this, I am referring to minumul mu'minun wa aktharuhum fasiqun. Among the people of the book are believers. So first we will discuss the believers' personality, and then we aktharuhum fasiqun are the majority, are the liberals. So we will analyze first the believers. So the behavior of the believers is they stand, recite the ayahs of Allah. Among the believers of the people of the book, they recite the ayahs of Allah during the night, in the portion, and they prostrate. We know the believer, this is the behavior of the believer. And you identify yourself. This is your present. And it was the past of the people also, of the past. Further it says, yu'minuna, further in the one ayah 114, Surah Al-Imran, ayah 114. يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَيُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَأُولَٰئِكَ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. They believe with Allah and the last day, and they order with what is acknowledged, and forbid about the disguise, and they hasten in good works. They are those who correct themselves. So in this ayat, again, they are the believers among the people of the book. The believers, they believe with Allah, number one. They believe in the last day, number two. They order with what is acknowledged and forbid what is disguised, and they hasten in good works. They are ready to do good works, and they are who correct themselves. Who come to know the ayat, they correct themselves. They know that we were doing wrong, now they correct themselves. So this is the behavior of the people of the book, and among the people of the behavior of the believers. The behavior of the people of the book, believers. This is the behavior of those people. And here I would like to just emphasize, يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ الْمُنْكَرِ. They order which is acknowledged and forbid what is disguised. You see, in the form, what is disguised is the people of the book who are believers, they order what is acknowledged. For example, Quran is acknowledged all over the world. If you recite the ayahs to any person of the world, any human being, whether he labels himself a Jew, he labels himself a Christian, he labels himself a Hindu or a Buddhist, any label he's carrying, you recite the ayahs to him, and believe he will acknowledge. He says this is right. As a Jew he will say, as a Christian he will say, as a Buddhist he will say. And I've been talking to these people, almost all. They always listen to the ayat and they say this is right. No one in my lifetime has said this ayat is wrong. No one in my lifetime. They acknowledge. So the ma'ruf is Allah's ayat, the Quran. So they order which is ma'ruf, which is acknowledged. Quran is acknowledged all over the world by all mankind of all times. if you refer to an ayat with understanding, with the essence, with the spirit of Allah, ayats, not just reading like you're not even understanding yourself. By understanding, if you to show it to everybody, he will acknowledge it, that this is Allah's and this is right. And what is disguised, they forbid about that. So something, disguise is something which is not true, and you're disguising as true. So they forbid and they don't talk about it. Anything which is in the name of religion or which is good or right or acknowledgeable, showing like that, but it is not acknowledgeable. That is forbid. That is basically disguised. Appears to be like Bible is the book of God. Is disguised. It's not the book of Allah. So they forbid about it. They do not talk about those things which are not to be acknowledged. If the people stands up, like for example, and if I show certain verses of the Bible contradictory to any human being, he says, so what? I don't believe this. But there is our rest portion of the Bible is acknowledgeable. But if you show the same Quranic ayat, it's the same person, the Quranic ayat, he will acknowledge it. So if you even show somebody wrong and in the books, in their books, something wrong, he will say, yeah, this is all right, this is wrong, but there are other things that are good also. So take the good ones. So Allah said they forbid about the disguise. That disguised should not be discussed. It will not give you betterment, except sometime in comparison. But generally speaking, you must always, as Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not refer to any other book except the Quran, because that was acknowledgeable to the Jews, to the Christians, to the non-Muslims, to the atheists. And this Quran is to be propagated and discussed because everybody acknowledges this book. So Ya'muruna bil Ma'ruf is not the good things, ayats of Allah. Generally say you say good and bad. No, it's you acknowledge, because nobody can dispute on the eyes of Allah in my lifetime. If you know the essence, if you know what the book is, if you present to anybody, he will say this is all right, this I agree. Then he will say, but I'm being programmed, my father and grandfather told me this. But he will acknowledge the ayat. He will never say this is wrong. I'm talking all kinds of people of the world. But if you know how to present it, so remember, Ya'muna bil Ma'ruf is acknowledging the book of God. So if you present Ma'ruf is the Quranic ayahs, the Quran Kitab is the Ma'ruf. It's acknowledged all over the world. Now, this was the behavior of the Al-Kitab, minhumul mu'minuna wa akthamul fasiqun. So among the people of the book, I've just dealt few ayahs about the believers because they are little. Majority are fasiqun, the liberals. So that is why the other ayahs, Allah is also mentioned in the Quran, most of the ayahs about the liberals in the Quranic ayahs which are fasiq. So now I'll be reading those ayahs who are not believers among the people of the book, who are basically the liberals, the fasiq. Aal-e-Imran 3 and ayah 187. وَإِذَا خَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ لَتُبَيِّنُنَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَكْتُمُونَهُ فَنَبَذُوهُ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ وَاشْتَرَوْا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا فَبِئْسَ مَا يَشْتَرُونَ. And when Allah took a covenant with those who were given Al-Kitab, the book, that definitely you will clarify it for mankind and you will not hide it. So they threw it away behind their backs and purchased with a little price. So they made a bad bargain or purchase. So minhumul mu'minun, I've discussed, among them are believers. We have discussed the behavior of the believers. Now here Allah is describing the behavior of the fasiq. And what Allah said, that Allah took a covenant to the people of the book. وَإِذَا خَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ, to whom the book was given. The book is given to the people. And Allah took a covenant that you will clarify for mankind. You will talk about the ayahs to mankind. Clarify the message to mankind. وَلَا تَكْتُمُونَ, and they hide it. You will clarify for man and you will not hide it, and you will not hide it, they hide it. And threw it away behind their backs and purchased with a little price, so they made a bad bargain. So this is the behavior of those people who are not believers. Among the people of the book are believers and majority are fasik, the liberals. So Allah took the covenant with the people of the book. The people of the book are just people. But who are believers, that's the character trait. So we have read the character trait of the believers. And these are the people who Allah said Allah took the covenant with the people of the book who are given the book, that you will clarify to mankind the book. And you will not hide it. And they are not hiding it, and they threw it back behind their backs, the book. That means you will think he is a person who is the people of the book. He's talking about the Quran. I should go and ask him. But that book is thrown behind his back. He's talking something else in the name of the book. In the name of the book, he's talking something else. You think he's the learned man, he should go and ask him. But he has thrown this book behind his back. He's talking something else. You think it's the book of God. So you must understand this, what Allah is telling you. Okay, Allah took the covenant that you will clarify for mankind the book. Clarify mankind there is only one book with all the prophets. If it is not clarified, that means they have thrown it back behind their backs. No. If it is not being clarified to mankind, there were 18, 19 prophets got the book, and this book was given to the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam again, and this is not clarified, it is by hiding. People are hiding it. So they threw it back behind their backs. You can prove, you can find out today. You can verify that masses of the people do not know that the book is the same book given to all the prophets, and now the covenant was that you will clarify who people are having this book, the people of the book. They are not the believers, they are the people of the book, the liberals, taking the liberty of saying anything, but they are hiding the message. And Allah asked them to clarify for mankind, they are hiding it. So they are hiding it till today. You can see for that. So they are the liberals. They are taking the advantage of being the people of the book and not saying anything. Hiding the book and saying something which is not in the book. In the name of the book, Quran. So now, why Allah sent Messenger Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the further ayat, Al-Maida 5 and ayat 51 to the same people of the book? Page 20. Page 20. Ya Maida 5, ayah 15 and Ya Aal-Kitabi qad jaakum rasuluna yubayyin lakum kathiran mimma kuntum tukhfun min al-kitab wa ya'fu an kathir qad jaakum min Allahi nurun wa kitabun mubin. O people of the book, without doubt our messenger, that is referring to Muhammad Rasulullah, has come to you, to the people of the book. He clarifies for you from the book. He clarifying from the book, which mostly you hide it from it. You hide from it. You conceal from it. And he pardons mostly about it. Without doubt, a light and a clear book has come to you from Allah. Now, Allah is addressing to the people of the book, Ya Ahlal Kitab. So to the people of the book, Qad jaakum rasuluna. To them, to the people of the book, came our messenger Muhammad Rasulullah. He clarifies for you. What he was clarifying? What people were hiding from the book. Yubayyinu lakum kathiram, majority, most of them, mimma kuntum tukhfun, from what you hide it. You are concealing from the book. Minal kitab, from the book. So these people, from that time, still today, and it's going on. In all times, people are hiding from the book. They are not reciting what is in the book. It is all time Muhammad Rasulullah, through we come to know the ayahs, that this is what's going on. So Allah sent Muhammad Rasulullah to the people of the book, so that he clarifies for them what these people were concealing from the book.